Good news, everyone. I haven't seen Season 8, Episode 5 yet, but someone did make a fan fiction version of it, and it looks pretty good, so I'm going to watch it. So it's official. More characters die in the slaughter of King's Landing than died in the Long Night. Euron's dead. Jaime's dead. Cersei's dead. Sandor's dead. Gregor's dead. King's Landing is a pile of rubble. So, Daenerys is the main villain of Game of Thrones. Okay, I'm just going to cut to the chase. Daenerys wouldn't do that. She didn't even have a tough choice, so thematically it doesn't even make any sense. She won the battle, and then she slaughtered everyone. She didn't go for Cersei, which I would understand if she was angry at Cersei, if she just flew directly at the Red Keep and destroyed that after destroying all the Ballistae. That would make sense to me, but she didn't do that. She targets civilians. Daenerys wouldn't do that. This is fan fiction. Daenerys wouldn't do that. Show Daenerys anyway. George R. R. Martin may be setting up Daenerys in the books to go Mad Queen like this, but this wasn't set up in the show. This goes against her character. She doesn't have to make a tough choice. She's not forced into an awful situation. She wins the battle, and then she starts slaughtering innocents. That doesn't make any sense. What? No, Daenerys, stop. You're using up all the CGI budget. At this rate, Jon won't even be able to pat Ghost's head before he leaves Winterfell. Here's why it doesn't make sense for Daenerys to go Mad Queen. We have never seen Daenerys do anything mad. Anytime she has slaughtered anyone, which has happened, let's be honest, it's been very calculated. It's never been mad. This wasn't a calculated decision, or if it was, the conclusion of that calculation is something that goes entirely against her character. Daenerys has never killed anyone who she doesn't feel has wronged her in some way. I can see Daenerys absolutely going straight after Cersei, but this just slaughtering innocents for no fucking reason thing, this isn't Daenerys. This is a different character that just possessed Daenerys' body all of a sudden. There is no setup for Daenerys going mad. This is stupid. But let's just back up for a moment. So the episode starts off with them back at Dragonstone. Varys is writing letters to people to share Jon's true identity, committing treason, as you do. And of course, Tyrion rats him out. I kind of predicted that this would happen. Tyrion rats him out, and of course, Daenerys burns him, executes him via dragonfire. I appreciate the little goodbye Tyrion has with Varys. Now, I can totally see show Daenerys doing this. I just want to point out that it's a really stupid decision. At this point, Daenerys is trying to solidify her rule based on a lie, which is not a good long-term strategy. Just trying to make sure a secret like Jon Snow has a better claim to the throne than you do never get out. That's a scenario that's very unlikely to ever play out, Daenerys. And I think Tyrion should at least attempt to explain that to her. I don't know how Daenerys and her little band actually got back to Dragonstone, considering that the Iron Fleet has King's Landing surrounded. But that's a small issue, and there's bigger issues to deal with in this episode. So Jon gets to Dragonstone. He tries to talk with Daenerys, but he's uncomfortable showing affection to her, considering he's her aunt, and doesn't really try to talk this through with her. They're just like, well, okay. Daenerys is like, I choose fear. Tyrion, of course, begs her to stand down when the city surrenders, and she reluctantly agrees. Jaime gets captured, so the writers can write Tyrion a poetic arc where he pays back Jaime the debt he owes him and sets him free. And Tyrion actually implores Jaime to take Cersei with him, escape, and sound the bells so that Daenerys' army will stand down. Now, I gotta admit, this actually is kind of clever. This is something that Season 2 Tyrion would do in his sleep. So, they all teleport back to King's Landing. Daenerys... Just fucking... Why do they even have the army? Because she just fucking destroys everything with just Drogon. Iron Fleet, destroyed. So all of a sudden, they can't aim these goddamn things, and Daenerys can dodge every single one. Despite the fact that they nailed 3 shots in a row on Rhaegal in the last episode. They miss every single shot. Daenerys destroys all of the ships. Not through any clever planning or anything like that does Daenerys win. Just by luck, I guess. She doesn't get hit. They didn't, like, build some armor for Drogon or anything like that. She just got lucky. So she then proceeds to burn every single ballista on the castle walls and somehow manages to do so without ever getting hit. She destroys the front gates, destroys the Golden Company. Again, no plot twists there, no potential betrayals. They just stand there and get slaughtered. Almost instantly, by the way. The Golden Company do nothing. Daenerys blows open the gate, destroys a big chunk of them, and then the Unsullied and the Northerners and the Dothraki take out the rest. And that's it. You never see the Golden Company again. And Harry Strickland doesn't do jack shit. Grey Worm takes him out. That's it. What does Daenerys even need the army for? Why didn't she just do this immediately? Why didn't she just do this several fucking seasons ago? She doesn't have to make any plans. She doesn't really have to make any sacrifices. She doesn't have to be smart. She just flies in and kills everyone. That's it. She wins. It's easy for her. What the fuck?
Kingslayer!
Bring your head to Cersei so you can kiss her. One last time.
So Arya and the Hound arrive in the Red Keep, but the Hound says to Arya that she needs to leave because then the riders can set her up to kill Daenerys later. Clegane
Sir Gregor, I command you. Obey your queen, Sir Gregor.
I honestly am struggling to find words to say about this episode. Like, the entire thing was just fan fiction on steroids. Not like wimpy steroids either, like world's strongest man, 3,000-pound deadlifter steroids. The only good part about all of this is that Varys was proven right, and he ended up going out like way more of a boss than Littlefinger did. Will the circle be unbroken by and by, by and by? Is a better home awaiting in the sky, in the sky?